They've been searching for me for months. I've walked miles across the desert. I've sailed the seas. I am the last person on earth with hopes for it to get better. I refuse to ever let those two numbers come out of my mouth. We have seen so many songs go viral on TikTok in the past year. That one I Love song, the What the Helly, What the Halliburton song. But none of these songs have stuck and have had as strong as an impact as Doot Doot by Skrilla. For the bar in that song that we all know. Those goddamn numbers that I refuse to say. This shit has truly gone way further than any TikTok song I've ever seen. Like, I saw adults wearing this number as Halloween costumes. My grandma turned 65 years old the other day, and she was like, only 2 more years. Part of me is like, this has to stop. But the curious part of my brain saw this documentary video about Skrilla's life on my recommended and was like, who the hell even is this guy? I feel like nobody cares about the song anymore. It's just the brain rot of it all, and that's it. But we can't let this little ass kid take a bar off this dude's song to make a meme that overshadows the song completely. So I watched this documentary and was left pretty shocked by his story. It made me listen to a lot of his other music with some pretty wild context to it. And I'm gonna be honest, this shit kind of ruined me. But let me start from the beginning. Skrilla is a 26-year-old rapper from Philadelphia. He grew up in as rough of a place as one could, a neighborhood named Kensington that is known for having so much drug dealing and drug addicts that they call it Zombieland. Drug dealing was something he got into at the age of 12. In high school, he spent over 2 years on house arrest because of this, and this is around the same time that he started making music. And the rest is history. In 2019, he dropped his first song, Green Snake. His song was in the trap music lane where he rapped a lot about his surroundings. As time passed, he dropped multiple EPs that, yes, still had a lot of trap songs, but also really went into his Philadelphia drill bag. He slowly began to get more and more traction with his music, and long story short, now he's considered the king of Zombieland. Like, everyone loves him there, and I'm telling y'all, this place is insane. I watched that really wild documentary on YouTube where this guy spends a whole day from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. with Skrilla, and the things that happen there are fucking ridiculous. There's crackheads going up to him, hugging him. There's a dude in the video who dug up one of his ops' graves. You see all these kids that had to grow up in such a fucked up environment, and it just had me feeling so sad for them. Like, the people that are here have done so many drugs that they are not even sane anymore. Skrilla himself has this religion that I believe he created, and it has some disturbing beliefs, to say the least. Now that I've went through Skrilla's music, my personal favorite song that I heard was a song called Two-Face. Most of his music is really embracing this crazy underworld he grew up in, but this song is about how not cool it is, how rough his life is because of those surroundings. And if you ever watch this documentary and see how wild of a life the people from Kensington live, you'll understand why I kind of find myself slightly disturbed listening to some of his songs. Like, there's a darkness to it that Skrilla seems pretty aware of. What I mean by that is, like, all his beats have this dark undertone to them that feels intentionally fitting with the environment that he grew up in. He made a song this year with that same dark production called Doot Doot, and that's the reason you clicked on this video in the first place. This song first started off as a song for edits. Whenever any athlete or celebrity said the numbers in an interview, it would transition to an edit with the song.
Are there any guys that are taller than 6 feet?
2,
6, 7.
I just bit right on the highway.
Then that white kid said it at that basketball game, and it went insane after that. It is now this pop culture term that everyone knows. It's kinda insane how the song has been completely ripped away from Skrilla, how people associate the meme of that kid more with those numbers than the actual song that started it all, which has gotten me feeling kinda sad and disappointed about the power of a TikTok hit. When your song goes viral on TikTok, it's no longer yours anymore. I mean, please, name one TikTok song in the past year that you heard and were like, I wonder who this artist is. Let me dive into their catalog. Do you know the name of the What the Helly guy? Do you know the name of the I Love guy? Can you name any of their other songs? No, because they blew up from TikToks that have these songs in the background. You are primarily focused on the content of the TikTok, not the song being used in the TikTok. Making people care about you as an artist takes hella time and connection. So one TikTok hit where one 5-second clip goes viral is never gonna give you a sustainable fan base. It's like I said, your name is not not attach that song once it becomes a TikTok trend. The song is not yours anymore. You're no different than Skippity Toilet or Italian Brain Rot. All you are is another toy to help people in their search for stimulation. A toy people will forget about once another stimulation toy comes. Just like me right now. Most people watching this aren't thinking about the fact that I am a human being making this video. I am just a toy. The current toy people are liking the most is these two numbers. So randomly coming across that documentary about Skrilla and realizing how insane his lifestyle is kinda fucked my brain up. Like, you know that disturbing feeling you get when you watch a fucked up horror movie, or that feeling you got when you first listened to Dance with the Devil? That's exactly how I felt when I watched this documentary. So I hope you understand how weird it felt not even a week later when I was watching a football game and some dude was doing the emote after he scored a touchdown. Then I started overthinking about there potentially being a crazy backstory to every TikTok artist or meme. And obviously, like I said, I was overthinking, but it was still a reminder that we know so little about each other because of the internet. How detached we are from everything and everyone on the internet. But as much as I'm complaining about these things I dislike about the internet, it's not really anyone's fault. I can't expect people to dig deep into every artist's backstory. Us knowing only the surface level things about each other is kinda what social media is built off of. I'm gonna be honest, the original title for this video was going to be Skrilla's life story and how I learned to stop worrying and love the internet. Because this video isn't fully about Skrilla. It's about how, as funny as this sounds, the dark feeling I got from Skrilla's backstory contrasted with the goofy tone of the meme he created led me to an epiphany about the internet. An epiphany I've been dodging for a while. I've finally learned to accept that this is the internet and it's never gonna change. The only way we could have stopped the things I'm complaining about is to go back in time and never create the internet. This is what we get when we open Pandora's box. This is what happens when Prometheus gave us fire. It's time for me to stop being in denial and stop running away from the truth. And I'm ready to say it. 6, 7.
I just been on the highway.